Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So Mama Am, it's me, Yvette. I am here today with Miss Lily, who is eating at the moment. One of the other reasons that was holding me up with making videos was like when I was getting dressed to make my videos, my daughter was like spitting up on me, or I was like lactating through my clothes, and it was just milk and spit up would just end up everywhere on my clothes before I could even record. But anyways, that's beside the point. So if this is your first time tuning into my channel, thank you so much. Please subscribe so that you can catch up on my past videos and also be informed when I make new videos. Okay. Today I wanted to talk about anxiety while being pregnant. Now, I had suffered anxiety before I was pregnant, mainly I think like social anxiety and I think it's something called agoraphobia or something like that, like fear of going outside. It's weird, but yeah, I have suffered from it from time to time. But the anxiety that I experienced while I was pregnant with my daughter was on a whole nother level than I've ever experienced before. So I did speak to my doctor about it, and I was prescribed two medications. One medication I was taking once a day, and the other medication I have almost a whole bottle left. It was pretty much for like emergency days, like days that was just so overwhelming, that I probably just needed to take a pill and go to sleep and start over. So, both of those medications helped tremendously. I mean, it took about a week so the first medication was like a generic Zoloft. And it took about a week for that to kick into my system and for me to see some results. But once it did start working, like I noticed that I was much more calm, and not feeling so overwhelmed and anxious, like my mind wasn't you know on overdrive all the time. So I think what was causing my anxiety during my pregnancy with my daughter was I was having major flashbacks to when my son was in the NICU, and just kind of all the things that I went through with my son. And it's like a major fear that all that was going to happen again. So after I had my daughter, well, probably I was taking my medication. They said it was safe, while I was pregnant. So I was taking it for several months while I was pregnant, and then once I got admitted to the hospital, because I was having some swelling in my leg. Went to the hospital. They did an ultrasound. There was no blood clot or anything. They were going to release me. And when they went to get my discharge papers and came back, my blood pressure was like something insane. Like, I literally cannot even remember, but it was just like very, very much through the roof. So they admitted me to the hospital. And so from that point, I wasn't taking my medication. Even though I did have the medication with me. I don't know, for some reason I just wasn't taking it. And after I got home, I just felt okay. So I didn't feel the need to take um, the medication anymore. I actually still have some of both, I think. But once I got through the pregnancy and seeing that, my baby was okay, she wasn't going to have to stay in the NICU, we made it through the hospital stay with the Rona. Um, that's not funny. It is a blessing, honestly. That was another thing that was causing me major anxiety because my son and my daughter's father was not allowed to go to any of my daughter's doctor's appointments, any of them, because first I was seeing the my primary doctor and or my OBGYN, and he was not able to go to those appointments, but they were saying when it came time for my ultrasound, he would be able to come to the visit. But what happened was I ended up having to go to a specialist, due to my high risk pregnancy the first time around, and my age apparently, because I was going to be 35 when I had my daughter, which I ended up actually being 34 because she came a little early, a couple weeks early. But anyways, um uh-oh, okay, mama. Okay. So I did, I was going to my OBGYN, and they referred me to a specialist that I had to go see, and that specialist did not allow my children's father or anybody else to come to the visits to see the ultrasound. But one of the perks out of that was I got an unexpected 3D ultrasound of my daughter on my first visit. Because I was upset, that her dad wasn't able to come, and I was telling the nurse, and they wouldn't let me FaceTime during the ultrasound or anything. So she kind of snuck me in a few 3D photos of my daughter, and they were really awesome. But yeah, I just want to say any woman out there that is experiencing anxiety, whether you had it before you were pregnant, or if you just started having it while you're pregnant, just talk to your doctor, because I am not a fan of medication at all. Like, I barely like to take Tylenol. I'm not lying. But if it were not for the medication, I don't know, you know, where my mental state of mind would have ended up, because it was pretty extreme. Like, I just felt um overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed constantly, and of course, it was affecting my um, my mood and my communication and behavior. So everybody in the house pretty much seen a difference once I got on the medication. But so my daughter is almost 3 months now, which means I've been off of the meds for a little over 3 months, and I'm actually doing great. So thank you all for tuning in. I just wanted to make a quick video while I was thinking about it, as far as, a little bit how I handle my anxiety during my pregnancy and what was causing the anxiety. So if you have experienced anxiety during your pregnancy, or if you just experience anxiety, period, there are a lot of different forms of anxiety. So if you've experienced any kind, leave some comments below and kind of tell me your experience, especially if you were on medication while you were pregnant for anxiety. I want to see what everybody else, kind of see what everybody else's experience was, and what side effects maybe they had with their medication. Now, as far as my side effects, um, I had a few days, maybe two, out of the whole, few months that I was taking the medication, where I felt kind of stuck. I kind of felt like a little zombied off the meds. So once I felt that way, I kind of backed off. I would take maybe a day or two off from taking the medicine, which is not recommended. But I listen to my body, and I do what I feel like is best for me, not necessarily what someone suggests. Okay. So, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely hit that subscribe button so you can stay informed about all my upcoming videos. Who knows what subject I'm going to talk about next, right? Thank you all so much, and